This is a new level of censorship coming out of EA, and it actually shows again how corrupt the video game industry is when it comes to reviews. I feel like we've been talking about this since 2014, 10 years ago now, because we have been talking about this since 2014. I mean, if you remember that original day back in the day of Gamergate, it was all about reviews, and it was all about not disclosing personal relations. I'll get into it. If you guys are youngins here and don't remember those days, it really brings me back every single time I see critics getting banned, critics getting silenced, people getting shut out of access. We've seen a lot of it this year, especially when it came to Dragon Age the Veilguard. And we'll be talking about this in just a moment. Please smash that like and subscribe button. Join us here, guys. I really appreciate you. And this is my Fandom Pulse Substack, and I have John Trent writing here full-time, guys. He just joined a couple of weeks ago, and he was the former editor-in-chief of Bounding Into Comics and That Park Place. You've probably seen both on a lot of different YouTube videos. John Trent is the guy who really writes all the gaming articles that most the YouTubers use. So you've seen him on Yellow Flash, you've seen him on The Quartering, you've seen him on Hypnotic and other channels. Amazing stuff, and this guy is a machine, and I'm so proud to have him on board with us. So since we are trying to do journalism full-time, please sign up for Fandom Pulse and consider giving us a paid subscription. It's only $5 a month, and it keeps us going here. We've had a huge month so far, just starting out, but we do need a lot more support in order to bring you gaming journalism without having to deal with ads or any sort of Google sort of thing. That's why we're on this Substack to begin with, because we've been censored a lot over the years. And we like to bring it to you unfiltered. So thank you so much. It's in the description below, and we will get into the news right now. So a vocal critic of EA and BioWare's most recent financial disaster, Dragon Age the Veilguard, was banned from EA's subscription service, EA Play, for allegedly criticizing EA's partners and sponsors. So you can't be critical now. If you're a reviewer, you have to be positive all the time. There's been talk about a culture of toxic positivity in the gaming industry where all these designers and devs and marketing departments try to force every single thing to be a positive talk, whether it's good or bad. It's led to games just being complete disasters and completely just in a situation where they're buggy, where frame rates don't work very well, because you can't say anything about games, otherwise you get shut out. The access media has been a big part of this. You've seen the reviews from like PC Gamer, IGN, Kotaku. When they give games like Dragon Age the Veilguard at IGN, for example, a 9 out of 10, it's all because they get access, they get early access, they get press releases from these companies, and they want to maintain those relationships, and it causes corruption in the video game industry, especially in the media. Absolute disaster on that level. Now, as Dragon Age the Veilguard has become increasingly unpopular, as almost every gamer has rejected it, even the people like on the woke end of the aisle are saying, gosh, this game really wasn't that good, it was kind of a jumbled mess. Hey, that's what we've been saying all along. We got called bigots for it. We got called racist and homophobic and all that just for saying that this game sucked. But they're coming around because they know that that's where it's at. Still, the reviews are out there. They're fake. And of course, we've seen this happening, and it's all because of stuff like this. It's really, really sick that these companies are doing this. And it's not going to work for very much longer because there's too many independent voices now who are out there telling the truth about what's going on in video games. We are one of them, and we don't care about access. So that's the thing that has to be done these days. You have to not care anymore. YouTuber Nuhre, who has been vocal about her criticisms of Dragon Age the Veilguard, reported on X she was banned on EA Play. She wrote, I was just banned for 7 days on EA Play because of harassment of EA partners, she said. So Kala Elizabeth of Unified Walker, probably both, literally got me banned from a subscription service that I paid for. Not that I care, because I don't use it, and after this, I sure as hell am not. So as you can see, she was critical of games, and then what happened? She got the ban hammer of it, and this is exactly what they do. They want you to be their unpaid marketing mouthpiece on YouTube. Anybody who gets early access, gets any favors, you get to be an unpaid marketing piece for the company, or you're out. This is insane censorship at this point, and it's insane corruption at this point. In a subsequent post, she speculated that the alleged harassment it was due to her criticism of EA partners Kala Elizabeth and transgender activist Unified Walker. She said, this is so funny because my criticism of Kala Eddie was that they had personal ties and privilege of knowing and interacting with the EA staff, and you guys just effing proved it. That's very interesting. And as you can see, that kind of criticism right there, these people are maintaining clout within the industry. The reason that people like Alyssa Mercante do what she does is she's got her little fingers in all of these little consulting groups and then can make them bend to their will. And this is really crazy. Getting banned from something like EA Play is very, very huge, and it does show how corrupt the things are. This really is reminiscent of Gamergate, and I told you guys I'd go over that fateful story from 2014 if you guys don't remember. If you're brand new, if you're old and you do remember, definitely say hi in the description below. I'd tell you to post your Vivian memes, but I don't think YouTube, unfortunately, allows picture comments. Oh well, we can talk on X about that kind of stuff. It's a lot of fun. But in 2014, the gaming industry was accused of colluding for corruption with video games. This woman, Zoe Quinn, went out there and made a game called Depression Quest. And I call it a game, but I should put that in scare quotes because it really was hardly a game at all. And she got a bunch of positive reviews across the gaming industry. And guess what? People noticed, and you're not allowed to notice. Remember, noticing is harassment. Noticing is terrible. And so at that point, people kind of did some sleuthing, and it turned out that she was giving away sexual favors to these reviewers at these different companies to get good reviews for Depression Quest. There were 5 guys who were uncovered in this whole situation. Absolutely disgusting. But this is what happens when you got simps working in the video game industry. And so that went crazy. Naturally, when people noticed, they cried harassment, got people banned off of everything, and she made a whole grifting career out of this sort of deal. This is exactly what these influencers like Kala/Eddie do. And then they get their little grifting influence. They cry victim because they get some criticism on the internet, and they can't handle it. And then the companies reward them for it. It's really insane. But this is where we're at. Again, EA is doing the exact same thing as Gamergate did the first time. Which one is it, EA? It says that you get suspensions because of activity that goes against TOS while using an EA account. But the activity is, quote, harassment against EA-affiliated people that I criticized on YouTube and Twitch. Something ain't adding up. So that's it. You cannot be critical of their partners on YouTube or Twitch at this point, or they're going to try to nuke you. And they are watching you. They're stalking us across our different platforms, making sure that we don't say anything that goes against the company line. Are you guys waking up yet at how evil EA is for doing something like this? This is really over the top. This is invasion of privacy, and that is the actual harassment that's going on. The people getting criticized are not being harassed. The people who are getting banned because they're making criticism are the ones getting harassed, ironically. EA, of course, will not ban themselves as when this goes. So in a live stream, she said that it was likely to do with a Discord server from Archetype Entertainment's upcoming game, Exodus. She said, this is because there's this Exodus Discord server, and one of you told me that Spell and Shield, another content creator, got preemptively banned from the Exodus Discord server because Kala Elizabeth told the mods that he was a grifter and he was a hater. And so she got him banned using her privilege for her numbers to get him banned on Exodus Discord server. And I've been bringing awareness to that fact. I've been talking about Kala and the people like Eddie, Unifade Walker, and then having connections to EA and staff at EA, and having direct line of contact with EA. Now I get banned from EA Play for 7 days for harassment of EA partners and sponsors or whatever. So you can see it's literally just stating what these people are doing that is bad behavior on their end that is getting these companies to react. Absolutely crazy stuff. Stories I've seen in gaming in a long time, and it is just a huge mask-off mode situation of what's going on. And as you can see, this is some screenshots right here that are showing Kala Elizabeth is policing the Exodus Discord server to keep it grift-free. Archetype Entertainment, why can she dictate who and who doesn't get access to your server? People who are hopeful about Exodus, although very skeptical. Endorsing this behavior doesn't help this case. And we've seen this a lot with Discord servers, with these community managers across everything. It seems like these identity politics weirdos become community managers because that's all they can do. They don't have any actual talent in anything. And so they try to gatekeep communities to make them woke spaces rather than actually make it somewhere where gamers actually can hang out and enjoy themselves. accounts, and that's been a big problem across a lot of different communities. Even like Helldivers 2 was subject to that. There's been a lot of it this year. So EA has done very, very bad. This is a very, very frightening precedent, and I really think they need to issue a public apology as to what's going on at this point, because they should not be banning people from EA Play for just criticizing their partners on YouTube. Leave a comment down below with what you think about this. Please hit the like and subscribe button. Thank you guys for being there, and do sign up for our Fandom Pulse Substack, and if you would, grab a paid subscription, only $5 a month. That's like one Starbucks coffee, and you could support our full-time journalism, which is not afraid of these people. We are going full bore, and we're going to tell the truth about gaming journalism, and thank you guys for being there.